I was enjoying a cappuccino break when I stumbled upon this video by Arimis 3D, and my first reaction was, wait, what is he doing? So I did what any reasonable person would do. I felt an uncontrollable urge to find a computer. That video gave me the perfect excuse to explain something I care about. And the first computer I found nearby was this one. First, let's replicate what Arimis is doing using a classic mesh workflow. I will speed this part up, but if you want to see how to properly model this object with meshes, go check Arimis 3D original video. It is excellent. What you are looking at here is a polygon mesh. In simple terms, a mesh is a collection of vertices, edges, and faces. We will put this aside for a moment. Now let's recreate the same object using a solid-based workflow. Again, I will speed this up. If you are interested in how this works in detail, you can find many examples on my channel. Technically speaking, this is still a mesh converted into a solid representation, but for the sake of this discussion, let us treat it as a proper solid model. A solid focuses on physical fidelity, not just visual appearance. Now imagine you want to 3D print this object. I export both versions as STL files and import them into Cura, which is a slicer used to generate G-code for 3D printers. At first glance, they may look similar, but if you look closely, the mesh-based version has significantly less geometric definition than the solid one. At this point, someone might say, just add a subdivision surface modifier. Let us try that. And this is the result. This is what happens when you apply subdivision without fixing the topology first. The shape technically becomes smoother, but geometrically, everything starts to fall apart. To apply subdivision properly, I need to fix the topology, which coincidentally is exactly the main topic of Arimis 3D video. I also added bevels, because subdivision works better with rounded edges, and let us be honest, designers usually prefer rounded edges anyway. Look at this result. It looks perfect, but the real question is, can you, evil genius, achieve the same result with your whimsical workflow? Quick spoiler, the answer is yes. Now let us do the same thing using solids. I just add a single node in Sverchok. And that is it. Notice what is not happening. I am not fixing topology. I am not adding support loops. I'm not fighting the mesh. I am just changing a parameter. This is the part where I pretend not to be impressed, but I am. Now I add two magic words, plus and fillet, and everything is much better. I export again, back into Cura, and check the result. You might think the results are basically the same, but in terms of dimensional accuracy and geometric fidelity, solids are far more controllable than meshes. At this point, you could argue that topology is the most important thing. And traditionally, you would be right. But this is 2026. We now have extremely good automatic retopology algorithms. Here is an example. Look at these results. They are not just visually clean, they also have efficient topology, good enough for animation and game assets. This means this workflow is not just for makers or designers, but also for hard surface artists. I hope this video helps explain why I'm investing so much time into this workflow, and why I believe solid-based design deserves more attention in Blender. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. If you agree or disagree with my ideas, leave a comment below. I genuinely enjoy constructive criticism. See you in the next video. Take care.